Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Union Cabinet approves new umbrella scheme Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan to ensure remunerative prices to farmers for their produce. Government also sanctions 12,000 crore rupees for electrification of all non-electrified broad-gauge rail routes. CCEA approves 25% hike in ethanol price to promote its blending with petrol. Mega cleanliness campaign Swachhata Hi Seva to be launched on Saturday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges people to join it in a big way. Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa says government decision to procure Rafale jets and S-400 missile systems will fill in gaps in combat capabilities of IAF. Inflation rate touches 10-month low of 3.69% in August. And in football, India entered the SAF Championship final in Dhaka after defeating Pakistan 3-1 in the semi-final. The Union Cabinet today approved new umbrella scheme Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan PM Asha. The scheme is aimed at ensuring remunerative prices to farmers for their produce as announced in the Union Budget for 2018. Briefing media in New Delhi, Agriculture Minister Radha Mohan Singh said the step is a major boost to the pro-farmers initiative of the government. Mr. Singh said the new umbrella scheme is comprised of price support scheme, price deficiency payment scheme and pilot of private procurement and stockist scheme.
आज मंत्रिमंडल समिति ने केंद्रीय बजट 2018 में की गई घोषणा के अनुकूल किसानों के उत्पाद के लिए लाभकारी मूल्य सुनिश्चित करने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री अन्नदाता आय संरक्षण अभियान पीएम आशा नामक अम्ब्रेला स्कीम को मंजूरी दी है। किसानों की आय की संरक्षा में भारत सरकार द्वारा यह ऐतिहासिक कदम उठाया गया है।
Mr. Singh said this step aims at protecting the farmers' income, which is expected to go a long way towards the welfare of farmers. The government has already increased the MSP of Kharif crops by following the principle of 1.5 times the cost of production. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved electrification of remaining unelectrified broad-gauge routes of Indian Railways. Briefing media after the Cabinet meeting in New Delhi, Railway Minister Piyush Goyal said with this a total of 13,675 kilometres of unelectrified routes will be electrified at a cost of 12,000 crore rupees. The Railway Minister said the decision will lead to significant benefits in the areas of safety, capacity, speed, energy security and sustainability in the railways.
हमारा निश्चय है कि भारत को प्रदूषण मुक्त किया जाए, जिसके लिए ट्रेनों में भी डीजल ट्रैक्शन कम करके इलेक्ट्रिक ट्रैक्शन को प्रोत्साहन देना का निर्णय 3 वर्ष पहले भारत सरकार ने लिया था। आज कैबिनेट ने 12,134 करोड़ की लागत पे बैलेंस 13,675 किलोमीटर को इलेक्ट्रीफाई करने की मंजूरी दे दी। इससे लगभग 13-14 हजार करोड़ रुपए की सालाना बचत होगी।
Mr. Goyal said it will also generate direct employment of about 20.4 crore man-days during the period of construction. Mr. Goyal said the Union Cabinet has also approved according status of national importance to the 4 new National Institutes of Design. These institutes are at Amravati, Jorhat, Bhopal and Kurukshetra. He said principal designers will be given the status of professors. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved an over 25% hike in the price of ethanol produced directly from sugarcane juice and molasses for blending in petrol. Briefing reporters after the Cabinet meeting in New Delhi, Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said the procurement price of ethanol derived from 100% sugarcane juice to 59 rupees 13 paise per litre from the current rate of 47 rupees 13 paise. Mr. Pradhan said the price for ethanol produced from B-heavy molasses has been hiked to 52 rupees 43 paise a litre from the current 47 rupees 13 paise.
देश की जितना शुगर केन उपज हो रही है उससे शुगर सरप्लस हो रहा है। शुगर कम बने, आवश्यकता के हिसाब से बने, इसलिए उसकी ऑल्टरनेटिव मैकेनिज्म बी हेवी का एक रूट हमने दिया, जिसकी रेट हम लोगों ने बढ़ा के 52 रुपीज 43 पैसा किया।
The Petroleum Minister said the ethanol produced from C-heavy molasses was reduced marginally to 43 rupees 46 paise from 43 rupees 70 paise. Mr. Pradhan said the Cabinet has also approved a policy framework to promote and incentivize enhanced recovery and unconventional hydrocarbon production methods for oil and gas. He said the policy will improve recovery factor of existing hydrocarbon reserves for augmenting domestic production of oil and gas. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved continuation of the Capacity Development Scheme for the period from 2017-18 to 2019-20 with an outlay of 2,250 crore rupees. The Capacity Development Scheme is an ongoing central sector scheme of Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called upon people to be part of the Swachhata Hi Seva movement beginning on Saturday and strengthen the efforts to create a Swachh Bharat. In a series of tweets and video messages, the Prime Minister said that on Saturday morning, people will come together and mark the commencement of the Swachhata Hi Seva movement.
मैं सभी देशवासियों को आह्वान करता हूं, हर कोई अभी से योजना बनाए, कहां सफाई करेंगे, उसके लिए औरों को कैसे जोड़ेंगे, मोटिवेट कैसे करेंगे, सफाई के इतने बड़े अभियान के लिए साधनों को कैसे लाएंगे, उसको कैसे जुटाएंगे और फिर इस आने वाली 15 तारीख को सवेरे ठीक 9:30 बजे हम सब अपनी जगह पर इकट्ठे होंगे। पहले कुछ देर वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस और दूरदर्शन के माध्यम से उन सब लोगों की बातें सुनेंगे जिन्होंने स्वच्छता की दिशा में कुछ न कुछ करके दिखाया है और उसके बाद हम सब स्वच्छता ही सेवा के अभियान में स्वयं जुड़ जाएंगे।
The Prime Minister said it is a great way to pay tribute to the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, whose 150th birth anniversary celebrations will begin on 2nd October. Mr. Modi saluted all those working towards a Swachh Bharat. The Prime Minister said he is looking forward to interact with those who have worked assiduously on the ground to strengthen the Swachh Bharat mission. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa has said the government's decision to procure French Rafale fighter jets and Russian air defense missile system S-400 will help in filling the gap of combat capabilities of the Indian Air Force. Addressing a seminar in New Delhi today, Mr. Dhanoa said it is crucial that India matches the force levels of its adversaries. He said no country in the world is facing the kind of grave threat that India is confronted with. The Air Force Chief said by providing the Rafale and S-400, the government is strengthening the Indian Air Force to counter the shortfalls of depleting numbers. Mr. Dhanoa said,
"We have a unique situation having two nuclear-armed neighbors on our borders. No other country in the world is in this situation. So the planned force structure is based as per adversaries' capabilities, because intentions can change overnight. The desired force structure is derived from a threat environment. The Indian Air Force is mandated to defend the nation in consonance with our sister services in the event of a two-front war."
The BJP today said the Narendra Modi government has taken decisive steps to resolve the NPA problem and forced big loan defaulters to repay to the banks by selling their properties and plants. Briefing reporters in New Delhi, party leader and Union Minister Piyush Goyal said the previous UPA government had given a large number of loans without following due process, which has weakened the banking system.
यूपीए के समय जो अनाप शनाप लोन देके बैंकों को कमजोर किया गया, उसको हमारी सरकार ने एक प्रकार से खुलासा करके आईना दिखा के इन लोन्स पे बड़े से बड़े व्यक्ति को मजबूर किया कि वो अपने लोन्स को रीपे करे और रीपे नहीं कर पाए तो आईबीसी इंसॉल्वेंसी एंड बैंक्रप्सी कोड के तहत एनसीएलटी में भेज के उनको रिजॉल्व कराया जा रहा है और जो सही माने में क्षमता है प्रोजेक्ट की, वो पैसा बैंकों को लौटाया जा रहा है।
Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has termed the statement of fugitive industrialist Vijay Mallya as false and said he never gave appointment to Mallya since 2014. Mr. Jaitley's response came in the wake of a claim made to the media by Mallya in London on having met the Finance Minister with an offer of settlement. Talking to a news agency in New Delhi today, Mr. Jaitley said he never gave him an appointment, neither at his office nor at his residence.
Nothing could be further from truth. I have never given him an appointment, never at my office, never at my residence, nor I have ever offered to meet him. There is no question of my having ever met him, spoken to him, and therefore to convey an impression that he met me with an offer of settlement, well, if this is what he is referring to, then I'm sure this is factually not correct. He must come out with the complete facts.
The Prime Minister will interact with BJP Karyakartas based in Arunachal West, Ghaziabad, Hazaribagh, Jaipur Rural and Nevada parliamentary constituencies under the Mera Booth Sabse Mazboot Samvad program tomorrow through video conferencing. People can join in through Narendra Modi app at 11 a.m. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said he is looking forward to the program. Retail inflation fell to a 10-month low of 3.69% in August on the back of easing prices of fruits, vegetables and other food items. It stood below the RBI's medium-term target of 4% this year. The Consumer Price Index-based inflation was at 4.17% in July. The Central Statistics Office CSO data showed that inflation in the food basket fell significantly to 0.29% in August as against 1.37% in the previous month. The benchmark domestic stocks today witnessed gains after losing more than 2% in the last two sessions. Amid mixed global share markets, Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange gained 0.81% or 305 points to 37,718. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange also climbed 0.73% or 82 points to 11,370. Aadhaar is a very secure platform and breaching is impossible. In an exclusive interview to All India Radio, UIDAI CEO A.B. Pandey said multiple layers of security check has made Aadhaar completely safe.
There is a multiple layers of security checks in the Aadhaar system. Some people may be under the impression that if the front-end system they have been able to pass through by doing some manipulation, it doesn't mean that even at the back-end also they will be successful. Because at the back-end, again, we run many more checks. And then if that person is found faulty or fraudulent, in such cases we reject that.
The interview can be heard in English at 9:15 on the FM Gold channel and additional frequencies. The employability of candidates, especially belonging to rural areas of Maharashtra, had been an issue. However, with the advent of various centrally sponsored skill schemes, the scenario is now changing, with increasing number of candidates taking benefits of the skill development schemes and becoming self-sufficient. A ground report from our Pune correspondent.
The benefits under various skill development schemes sponsored by the central government are seen reaching far-flung rural areas in Maharashtra. Under the National Employability Enhancement Mission, Ambadas Zogre is a beneficiary.
I have get myself enrolled in hire company in MIDC area, Maharashtra. I get stipend 10,000 rupees every month. My other friends have also benefit from skill development scheme.
Another beneficiary is of Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana, Deepali Ghode. She received training from the Partner Institute in manual instruction operation, who credits her employment to the Yojana.
With the help of MPTA education, I have got myself enrolled in Ranjangaon Center for manual insertion operation. Facilities like hostel, food, study material is provided by MPTA.
The skill schemes are helping in taming the exodus of rural youth to big cities for livelihood by imparting them required training and placement to make them able to stand on their own feet. Manoj Kshirsagar, AIR News, Pune.
In sports, India have entered the final of the South Asian Football Federation SAF Championship. In the second semi-final played at the Bangabandhu Stadium in Dhaka today, they defeated Pakistan by a convincing margin of 3-1. At half-time, the teams were goalless. Earlier in the first semi-final played today, Maldives overcame Nepal 3-0. The summit clash of the SAF Championship will be held on Saturday. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Union Cabinet approves new umbrella scheme Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan to ensure remunerative prices to farmers for their produce. Government also sanctions 12,000 crore rupees for electrification of all non-electrified broad gauge rail routes. CCEA approves 25% hike in ethanol price to promote its blending with petrol. Mega cleanliness campaign Swachhata Hi Seva to be launched on Saturday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi urges people to join it in a big way. Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa says government decision to procure Rafale jets and S-400 missile systems will fill in gaps in combat capabilities of IAF. Inflation rate touches 10-month low of 3.69% in August. And in football, India entered the SAF Championship final in Dhaka after defeating Pakistan 3-1 in the semi-final. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.